So this is how the whole thing started. So you search for a school, you prepared all your documents, you send it to the school, probably through Uni Assist. You pay €75 for Uni Assist processing fee. You wait a long time, finally you got admission, you book for your visa interview, you paid your interview fee, you went for the visa interview, and you waited for a long time, and finally they called you to collect your passport. So when you went there, they show you this. So when you see this, it means so sometimes you can do very good in the visa interview, but still you won't get a visa. And sometimes you can also not do good in the interview, but you still get a visa. What is the problem here? With German student visa, it is not the person or the interviewer who gives the visa. For your information, all your documents will be sent to the state where you are coming to study. So for example, if you are coming to study in Bavaria, they will send all the documents to Bavaria for the authorities here to decide. So it's not the interviewer who is going to decide whether you should get a visa or not, but they have some influences. Sometimes they can give recommendations. They can give general recommendation about what they think about the whole process, the whole interview. So but the final decision is made by the authorities in Germany, the state where you are going to study. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you 5 reasons why they reject student visa. So the first one is when the state did not find your program fitting their future needs. First of all, Germany has an aging population, so they kind of need more skilled and professionals to replace this aging population. And one of the strategies that the government used is to make tuition free for international students, so as to get more people to come and study in Germany. And at the end of the day, some of them might stay here and also work here so that they can get this skilled personnel. And also another thing is, after school they also give you 1.5 years to look for job. So if you get a job, then you can stay here and work here. But if you don't get, then you have to return to your country. So when the state that they forwarded your documents to did not find your program to fit in their future needs, they don't need those professionals, they don't need that area of study, they might not accept your visa. And also, if there are a lot of students applying for the same program, they might also not accept your visa. And this is why it also takes a long time for them to decide, because they have to wait and receive a whole lot of applications and consider which program these students are applying. And if they find out that, oh, there are more engineering students, they might have a number that they want to take. So if they get that number, then it means the rest of you, they are not going to give you the visa. The second reason is that the program does not have any benefit to your home country. They also consider that if it doesn't meet their requirement, doesn't meet their needs, it's not what they want. They also, another thing they consider is it something that can help your home country? So first of all, they consider that we kind of need these personnel in our country. And the second one is, if it's not beneficial to us, is it something that can benefit his or her home country? So that's another question they ask. So after asking this question and they find out that no, the program is also not going to benefit your home country, it also leads to rejection. So this is the second reason why they also reject many student visa. The third reason is inconsistency with your choice of study program. So if you study a different program in your bachelors and you apply for another program which is different from the one you study at your bachelors, it can also lead to rejection, because you are not actually focused on a particular direction. And it can raise the flag that you are not actually coming to study, but you really maybe want to come to the country for other reasons. So they look at all these things to check whether you have a future goals, you have a future plan. So if your CV or your aim or your study program is inconsistent, they check your bachelor's, they check where you've been working, your work experience. So let's say you study urban planning in your bachelor's and you have your work experience in an urban planning department, and also you are applying for masters in urban planning. You see that there's this kind of consistency in your CV or even in your documents. So it doesn't raise any flag that this person just want to come to this country. But this does not also means that you cannot apply for a master's in a different field, but it shouldn't be totally unrelated. It should be, I mean, a little bit related. So if you want to apply in a different program that is kind of wider from your bachelor's, I will recommend that in your motivation letter you should try to convince the officers the reason why you want to study that particular program. The fourth reason why they also sometimes reject students are that when they see some signs that you will not return to your home country after your studies. So I first of all told you that they need skilled personnel, they need all these professionals. Yes, it's true, but you should not state in your motivational letter that you want to work in Germany after your studies. It's a negative thing to do if you say that. Or you also say that I want to continue my PhD after my master's. It's also not good to say that, because it's kind of a sign that you are not going back to your home country after your studies. Even if you have in mind that you continue your PhD, you must not state it in your motivational letter. You can just say you probably want to do your PhD sometime in the future. So maybe after your master's you might not even do it. So or you will do it, but you don't have to state it in your motivational letter. If you state it, it means that you are not willing to retain. And also another thing they used to check that is your future plans. For example, you want to be an urban planner in the future. So when you are writing your motivational letter, you must state that there's this lack of personnel in the urban planning department. So that's why you want to study. So you want to become an urban planner in the future to help your country in that regard. So this is kind of shows that this person will want to return to his country after his studies. He doesn't have any interest in staying in our country. So they check all these things. That's why I always say that for German visa, your motivational letter is key. So if you don't write it well, it could lead to rejection. So your motivational letter in this case is very, very important. It shows that whether you will return or you're not going to return. The last one is lack of preparation for your visa interview. So in the beginning I said the interviewer does not give the visa, but when it comes to rejection, his or her recommendation can lead to the rejection. So if you are not prepared, most students go for the interview without preparing. They didn't know anything. They first of all don't know the state where they are going to study. They don't know much about the school. They don't know much about the program they are going to study. And trust me, they are going to ask you all these questions. You have to be very well prepared. It shows seriousness. It shows that this person is very serious and he's really want to go and study. He doesn't have any plan aside studying. Okay guys, so these are the 5 reasons I wanted to share with you guys, though the number is not limited. It could be that you didn't add a certain document and probably that's why they rejected it, but that is on your part. That's the error from your part. So in that case, it's you who caused it. But these are the general things that they look for. The officers are not going to tell you that don't write this, don't do this, don't add this, or don't say this. So basically these are the things that they consider. If you're able to capture all these 5 things I talk about, you are ready to go. Though I'm not going to promise anyone that if you do all these things they are going to give you the visa, but your chances are going to increase. So thank you guys for watching the video. If you are new here, please subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.